She walks into a room, and every eye is on her. Not because she demands attention, but because she owns it. Jill Biden, at 73, carries herself with a confidence that some call inspiring, and others, well, let's just say they have very different opinions. Some critics claim she's the most indecent woman in the world. But why? What has Jill Biden done to spark such heated debates? Stick around, because this story only gets more surprising. Jill Biden isn't just the First Lady of the United States. She's a woman who has lived by her own rules, unapologetically. From her early years as an ambitious teacher to becoming one of the most talked about figures in modern politics, her journey is anything but ordinary. She started as Jill Tracy Jacobs, a middle-class girl from New Jersey, but life had big plans for her. She married young, divorced soon after, and when she met Joe Biden, he was a heartbroken man, a young senator who had just lost his wife and daughter in a tragic accident. Many say she saved him, brought warmth back into his life, and helped raise his two young sons as her own. But not everyone sees it that way. Some call Jill's rise carefully calculated. Others say she knew exactly what she was doing when she married a man destined for political greatness. Over the years, she has made it clear she's not a silent First Lady standing in the background. Unlike many before her, she kept her career as an educator even after moving into the White House. That alone made waves. People expect the First Lady to focus on her duties, hosting events, and standing beside her husband. But Jill, she still teaches. She still grades papers. To some, that's inspiring. To others, it's a slap in the face to tradition. Then there are the moments that have fueled endless controversy. Remember that viral kiss? Yes, the one where she greeted Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, with what some called a little too much enthusiasm. The internet went wild, and the backlash was instant. Was it just an innocent peck? Or was it something more? And let's not forget her bold fashion choices. Sometimes elegant, sometimes pushing the limits of what people expect from a woman of her status. From fishnet stockings to fitted dresses, she doesn't dress like the first ladies of the past. And that alone has people talking. Is she redefining style, or is she being inappropriate? But here's where things get even more interesting. Jill Biden isn't afraid to say exactly what she thinks. She's made bold statements that have left audiences stunned, whether it's defending her husband with fiery speeches or clapping back at critics. She refuses to stay quiet. That level of confidence is either admired or seen as arrogance, depending on who you ask. And if there's one thing that makes people uncomfortable, it's a woman who refuses to fit into the mold of what they expect. Despite the endless chatter, one thing is certain. Jill Biden isn't stepping aside anytime soon. She's 73, still working, still making headlines, and still sparking debates. Some call her strong, some call her controversial, and yes, some even call her indecent. But if indecency means refusing to be anything less than yourself, then maybe that's not such a bad thing after all. What do you think? Is Jill Biden breaking barriers, or is she crossing the line? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. There's always more to talk about, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.